Hey you guys, my name is Nikki Motherfucking New Hope, aka Daddy Issues, and this is Moana and Nala down here, see? Right there. And they're being kind of bratty girls. And no, they're not. They're just, I think they're sleepyheads. Anyways, we've already met them before. They're part of our family. Our family. You and I, as of the United Front. Guess what today is? A story time day! And this one is from back in the day, bro. This is a throwback. This is a high school jam, okay? So put on your best. What did we listen to in high school? Or Mac Miller, or fuck, what else did I listen to in high school? Andre Nicotina? I don't fucking remember. Oh, Mac Dre, duh. Put on your best Mac Dre and try to envision this. Actually, put on your best Travie McCoy. What was it back then? What was the band? Gym Class Heroes. Because that's what this story is about, is the band Gym Class Heroes. What Travis McCoy or Travie McCoy or whatever was the lead singer of. If you're too young, if it's before your time, look it up. If it's not before your time, then you'll remember exactly who I'm talking about. He dated Katy Perry for a while. Take a look at my girlfriend. She's the only one I got. Not much of a girlfriend. Okay, for some reason, senior year, we loved it, Gym Class Heroes, and we loved specifically Travis McCoy. Like, thought he was the hottest thing ever. And senior year, I was the only one with the car that could do whatever I wanted to, and had pretty much access to like unlimited funds. This my grandma would just give it to me, and so I saw, like, me and like my group of friends. There was what? I think there was like 5 or 6 of us all together, a group. They were like, Travis McCoy is so hot, oh my god. And he was coming to Sacramento, and he was playing at the Boardwalk, which is like a little small rinky-dink, I guess, place that they have shows. I don't know what it is other than that. Maybe it's nothing other than that, but it is very small, and it is very dark, and it's like a cracker box. It's very it's very show, like, you know, not concert, but like show, but like not club, like there's no drinks, like it's a show, like old school emo show style, you know, when they would play at like the elk lodges and shit. It's basically an elk lodge. I surprised my friends with these tickets, and I was like, hey, I've got these tickets to go see Travis McCoy and Gym Class Hero. And they're like, oh my god, thank you, like, I'm so excited. And so we of course, like girls do, we get so juiced, and we're like sitting there talking about, oh my god, like, what if one of us like got taken backstage, like not even knowing that there was not a backstage to this establishment, but like, you know, just dreaming high school dreams in our head. Like, what if one of us got with Travis McCoy? Like, what if one of us hooked up with him, like, as we're getting ready? And of course we got ready wearing the lowest cut jeans ever. One of my friends specifically, we'll call her Stacy. Okay, my friend Stacy, she had her hips pierced, and that was a super big selling point. Like, it was like, I mean, all of the boys thought it was, ooh, like, you know, so she would wear the lowest cut jeans possible, and she was size 0, so it worked out. Like, eventually, I think that her body rejected them, and she had to get them taken out, but she rocked them for a while. And with flip-flops and just Abercrombie tank tops, or Abercrombie tube tops, or Abercrombie halter tops, whatever it was Abercrombie. And it was summertime, so that's all we wore. So we were waiting in line to get into this show, and we were waiting there with our tickets, my whole group of friends, and like me, there was 2 of us. It was me and another girl in the group that were always like the funny, loud, like obnoxious ones that would do like, you know, theirs, or like just make asses out of ourselves basically, or like, you know, call attention to ourselves. We weren't embarrassed of anything, and we would always try to like one up each other, and you know what I mean. We were like the class clown. I got voted most likely to fall asleep at graduation. Also, I got voted most trendy, so in my senior yearbook. Anyways, moving on. And so we're standing there, and for some reason their tour bus is unusually close to where the line is, like right there, like I can see it. And I'm like, oh my god, their tour bus is like right there, you guys. And I'm like, I bet you he's gonna walk by us any second now. Like he has to walk by us to get into this place. I mean, this place has one door in. It looks like a fucking barn. There's no doors. I mean, like there's definitely no green room. So buttons on your underwear. Don't sew buttons on your underwear. So we're standing in line, and all of a sudden they walk by. First the other members of the band, and we notice them, and then Travis McCoy, and they're just standing outside of their tour bus, and we're just standing in line. Keep in mind, we're under 18, by the way. We're 17 years old, about to turn 18. So just telling you, one of us is 16. One of the people in the group was 16. And so they're just standing there, we're just standing here, and we just keep on looking over. Looking over. And me and my friend, should I say her real name? It doesn't matter if I say her real name. It's not. Me and my friend Megan, we look at him because everybody else is like ogling at him. So we both look at him. I'm like let's stick out our tongues at him. And so we're just both like, all of a sudden, okay, let me do it from front view. All of a sudden, and for some reason, and then he did it back, and then for some reason, like that got his attention to where one of his bandmates or whatever walked up to us and was like, hey, do you want to come on the bus until the show starts or whatever? And I was like, yeah, of course. I'm like, but there's like 5 or 6 of us, is that okay? And he's like, yeah, good shit. So we go on the bus, and there's specifically one of my friends, the one with the hips pierced, Stacy, that Travis McCoy is into. You can tell, and I get the sense of entitlement. I mean, there was no word spoken there. It's actually almost criminal, but I'm trying to tell it in a happy light because it was a happy moment for a minute. It's a funny memory to look back on, but like if you look at it for what it was kind of like ew. Not on her part, on his part, because there was no word spoken or anything. Like I swear to God, that was basically like, hi, how are you doing? Like he picked one out of the group, grabbed her by the hand, and led her to the back room, while the rest of us awkwardly sat in the front, which it's an RV basically. It's a tour bus, so there's like one small table, the rest of the band members, us, and they're like, hey, you want some Domino's pizza? We've got some Domino's pizza. And we're like, chill, we'll eat Domino's pizza, fuck it. And we just sit there staring at each other very awkwardly, and for about 10 minutes, maybe 15 minutes, until our friend Stacy walks back out and looking kind of disheveled, and then she's like, okay, come on guys. And then we're like, what's up? We're not hanging out anymore. And we see Travis McCoy walk out with his shirt off and is like, hey, I need another white tee set. And then they're like, okay, we got you. And they give him another white t-shirt. So then she's like, okay, let's see you inside or whatever. And he's like, yeah, for sure, see you inside. And we went inside, and she told us that she lost her V card to Travis McCoy, and that she bled on his t-shirt, and that's why he had to change it. And we watched the show, and it was like a happy thing to her, but she was like, I was in that position. It's not like it was like a do or die. Like it was like I had the chance, like why not take it? Like I didn't necessarily want it to lose it that way, but like losing their V card, like it doesn't really fucking, we think it's a big deal when we're young, but like it's really nothing to remember. But like she regretted it later because I don't know why, because she kind of felt taken advantage of. But you know, at the time she was like juiced. Like we were all like, oh my god, you fucked Travis McCoy. Like that's fucking awesome. And you know, we watched the show and it was fucking awesome, and we had fun, and you know, we did the usual you know, vodka in Taco Bell lemonade cup. And then, you know, I'm like, we didn't even get his autograph. She's like, when we're leaving, she's like, should I go write my number and leave it on the tour bus? And I'm like, yeah, you should do that. And she's like, no, I don't want to seem weird. And I forget what transpired after that. I think they had messaged each other later on, and like he remembered her, but she was at that point, she had become bitter about it. So like then the story is like, because she realized like what it was, and that from city to city he probably just grabbed one girl by the hand and then, you know what I mean, you can go through the letter to the back of the bus. And I wanted this story to remain happy, but yeah. So that's my story. Okay, and I just want to give you guys a little disclaimer. If ever you see me have a story time and tell a story time on this channel, and then you look again and it's not there, it's not because of my choosing. It's because I got a threatening text message that I was going to get doxxed, and otherwise, you know, threatened with violence, threatened in general. And then I decided that I should probably put it on private, just so that everything remains kosher. Not to sound like Claudia Conway, because her situation is much worse. And I don't want to sound like I'm mimicking that. I don't know why you would make that assumption, but I'm just saying I didn't take it down because I wanted to. So just know that the snitch bitch in the group, you're a fucking asshole. Have a nice day.